welcome, Fam Bam. I wish you a blessed and happy day ahead. Whether you're driving to work, cooking breakfast, or simply relaxing on the couch, it is time for another power packed episode of Talking Business with Ritz. So, this is the show where we aim to humanize entrepreneurship by making business talk fun, simple, and practical. So, I'm your host, Ritzel Rectra, and today we're diving into a topic that's close to our hearts: mental health. Okay, so in this live expert interview, we will learn the strategies for strong mental health and the secrets of psychological safety that you can effectively apply to your life right now. All right, now, but before we jump into this exciting conversation, do me a favor, everyone. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video if you haven't already, and get ready for a journey of insight and inspiration. And do drop your questions in the comments, and we'll have a Q&A segment on the fly to answer them. All right. Now, also, before I forgot, if you've ever wondered how we bring you this live show seamlessly, we use StreamYard. All right, check out the link in the description if it might be the secret ingredient that you are waiting for. All right, now, buckle up, Bam Bam, grab your drink, your favorite drink, settle in, and let's kick off the show. All right, folks, here we go. It's time to peel back the layers and dive into the heart of our show. In the next few minutes, we'll get to know our incredible guest in a way that goes beyond the bio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my fam bam, we are in for a treat today. As we dive into the Know the Expert segment, we are with our incredible guest, Cheryl Lewis-Thurab. Cheryl, also known as she is also known as Share Thunder for all of us in the online world. All right. She is a leadership and empowerment coach, speaker, and facilitator, and with over 2 decades of experience in a corporate and nonprofit settings. She is a certified career counselor, a life skills coach, a leadership facilitator. Cheryl is also dedicated to helping individuals and organizations realize their fullest potential. So her expertise extends to the critical theme of mental health, particularly focusing on psychological safety. Now, let's get to know more about Cheryl's journey and insights, and let's give her a virtual welcome to the one and only. Where is she? There you go. One and only Cheryl Lewis-Thurab, Share Thunder. All right.
Hello.
Hello. We are thrilled to have you once again on the show. How's everything today?
It is perfect. You know what? We've had a fantastic winter here in Canada. The
Wow.
sun is shining. It's beautiful. And I am already having a great day.
All right. And we have a viewer for today. Here we go. Newton Van Riel. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, and he is also excited. And we are too. Stay tuned.
Yeah, my dear friend Newton. Hey.
All right. Stay tuned, Newton. Okay, and now it's time to discover the person behind the title, and let's get to know our guest in a deeper level. Are you ready, Cheryl?
Always ready.
All right, let me change the layout. Let's start with the first question.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Cheryl Lewis-Thurab in a personal level?
Okay, so on a personal level, I am a mother, I am a friend, I am grandmother, auntie, a lot of different things, to different people. So that's me on a personal level.
All right, let me just pin our video or our live expert interview right now so people can see us on my profile. Here we go. Next question. Could you then tell us how did your journey kick off as a leadership and empowerment coach? Walk us through your backstory.
Yeah. So, I think I was born a leader. I've always throughout my life, throughout my childhood, and growing up, I've always been thrust into leadership positions, whether that was me stepping into that role or sometimes just being propelled into that role.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout my work life, I have found that I've always taken on that role. But in terms of a coach, what I found is that when I worked in the corporate world, I find that a lot of people were coming to me for answers or for comfort. And sometimes that extended to total strangers. As a matter of fact, I had that experience just 2 days ago, right? Um, so that like I said, while working in the corporate world, that was always the case. And after some time, I thought, you know what? I would love to be able to do this professionally. So I decided to train as a career counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, I did a number of different courses, life skills coach, leadership facilitator, and learning is continuous, right? So
Yes.
anyway, in 2016, I decided to really step into the role of coach. And since then, I've really been perfecting my craft, and it's a journey that I continue to enjoy.
All right. I love hearing my guest's origin story that had helped shape who they are today. Fantastic.
Yeah,
All right.
thank
Now,
you.
all right. Now let's get to know Cheryl on a more personal level. Are you ready for a lightning round of fun questions, Cheryl?
Shoot.
All right. Here we go. First question. What is your favorite word and why?
Um, it's always resilience.
Results.
Always resilience. I think I not that I think I am a very resilient individual. And yeah, that is definitely my favorite word.
All right. Now, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, definitely morning.
Morning.
I am no use in the night.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Oh,
Coffee.
mocha. Mocha. I like to so I do
Which
have
is
coffee, have tea, so mocha.
mocha. All right. Now,
Mhm.
beach vacation or mountain retreat? Which one?
That's a tough one. I love nature. Um, I love the water, but I also love hiking. I love just being one with nature. I love climbing to the mountaintop. Like I live pretty close to the forest, so I enjoy being there and being one with nature. But then I love to tip my toes in the water. So that's a tough one. Let's just say
Okay, neutral. can't you can't choose. All right. Now, if you could time travel, which era would you visit?
the 80s. The 80s. Yeah,
Why?
I grew up in the 80s, and when I think back to leaving school and just being able to explore all the
Mhm.
different things and really discover myself, and the music from the 80s, definitely the best, still the best. So yeah,
All right.
the 80s.
80s. All right. Now, do you have a pet?
Sorry,
Do you have a pet?
a pet.
Yeah.
Not right now. We used to, but we had have to give him up, so not at the moment.
All right. Now, what book are you currently reading?
Um I read a lot of leadership books, right? So right now I'm actually reading one on self-care. I find myself going back to the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz on a continual
Mhm.
basis, just for reinforcement. But right behind me here, I have so many different self-help and leadership books. So I kind of switch between a lot. But yeah, the Four Agreements.
All right, for agreement it is. So, in 3 words, how would your friends describe you?
As a good friend, for one thing, a problem solver, and a very caring individual.
All right, now what advice would you give your younger self?
Don't procrastinate. Just go for it. I'm spontaneous, but I find that like in the last few years, I'm not as
Mhm.
spontaneous as I used to be, right? But sometimes we hold back on things. I would say just follow your dreams. Do whatever, go with your heart.
All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, absolutely amazing. Big thanks to you, Cheryl, for being such a good sport and letting us have a peek into your personality and experience. So
Thank
now,
you.
all right, now let's dive into the wealth of knowledge Cheryl brings to the table.
Mhm.
So stick around, everybody, because the best is yet to come. Here we go. All right, welcome back, amazing fam bams, to Talking Business with Ritz. Are you all ready to learn? All right, now grab your notebooks. Cheryl is about to
Mhm.
share her wisdom. So here we go. Now, Cheryl, let's dive into the specifics, starting with our first topic, which is here we go, mental health versus psychological safety. Now, could you help us understand how to distinguish between mental health and psychological safety?
Mhm. Okay, so I'll give you the sort of official version, right? So, mental health is, according to the World Health Organization, that is, mental health is a state of mental well being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, to realize their abilities, learn well, work well, and contribute to the community, right? So
Mhm.
that's your mental health. In terms of psychological safety, it's permission to be candid, right? So permission for candor, and without the fear of negative consequences. And that is according to Dr. Amy Edmondson. So, on one hand, mental health is your state of mental well being, while psychological safety is
Mhm.
sorry, is that ability where you do not fear, right? Being able to contribute or participate in life or in team, whether that is at home or within the workplace.
All right. Now, how do these two concepts intertwined in our daily lives?
Mhm. So lack of psychological safety can actually affect your mental health, right? If you do not feel safe within your
Mhm.
space, within your home, your family, within your friend circle, within the workplace, right? Depending on how much you're dealing with them, that can take a toll on your mental health, right? And then you start experiencing all sort of different things, all sort of poor mental health, right? So that's really how the two interact.
All right. Now, what role does psychological safety play in actually supporting and nurturing our mental health?
Okay. So first of all, so mental health goes beyond mental disorders, right? It includes, it can lead to really a lot of stress if your mental health is poor, resulting in you making lots of errors. Sometimes you're afraid to get out of bed because you're afraid to face the day, right? And in terms of psychological safety, I want to talk a bit about, like, there are four pillars of psychological safety. So I want to talk about that a bit, right?
All right.
So those are inclusion safety, feeling safe to be within a group setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you can contribute, that you're able to take interpersonal risk, right? So that is the inclusion safety. Learner safety, that you feel safe to ask questions, right? That you don't
Mm-hmm.
think that any question is a dumb question. So that gives you the ability to learn, right? Because the more questions you can ask, it allows you to learn, right? So there's the learner safety. And again, these things, I'm speaking within the framework of the family as well as the workplace. And again, even within your friend circle. So I want to make sure that we realize that it's any group setting that we are in that we can feel safe. And then you have contributor safety, that you feel safe to contribute, whether that is to discussions or to voice your opinion
Mm-hmm.
without the fear of repercussion, right? And the last of that is challenger safety, that you can challenge the status quo, again within the family, that you can speak up, like, not because, for example, you have a parent and the parents say, okay, that you got to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a child might ask, well, why do I have to do this?
Oh, yeah.
And a parent might think, well, don't question me, I am your parent. But within a psychologically safe environment, the child, or adult, feels safe to ask questions and to challenge the status quo, not because you're being rude, but because you have been empowered, right? To have these discussions in a safe environment. And the same goes for the workplace.
All right. So we have inclusion, we have the learning, we have the challenge,
Hmm.
and the other one,
Okay, so you have
contribution.
inclusion,
Uh-huh.
learning,
Uh-huh.
contributing,
Contribution. Yes.
and challenging the
The
safety.
challenge.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Very informative.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I would like to remind our Pambam here, all right, to drop your questions for Cheryl in the live chat. Take this opportunity to ask questions.
Yep.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the next topic, unless you want to add something.
Um, let's just see here. I wanted to point out that, so part of the study by Dr. Amy Edmondson from Harvard University was that, within any setting where people felt psychologically safe,
Yep.
that it was found that people made more mistakes, which was really interesting to me, hearing that, because you would think that,
Mhm.
okay, once people are within that setting, a good mental health, good psychological safety, that they made less mistakes. But what was found was that because people felt psychologically safe, they did not think that they had to hide their mistakes, but they can bring it to the fore in order to learn from their mistakes. So that was
Mhm.
that was really interesting for me.
All right. Um. So in that case, we will then jump to our next topic,
Hmm.
which is empowering mental health. So the impact of
Okay.
psychological safety. So any practical tips for our audience to promote psychological safety in their workplace?
Sorry, I missed that. Can you?
All right. Is there any practical tips that you can
Mm-hmm,
provide for our
mm-hmm.
audience to promote psychological safety in their workplace?
Okay, so absolutely. So there are a number of questions to ask yourself, right? In terms, or to ask of your team in terms of
Mhm.
psychological safety. Um, okay, so some of these are: if you make a mistake on your team or at
Mhm.
home, is it held against you, right? If the answer is yes, then
Mhm.
you don't feel psychologically safe, right? Are members of the team or the household able to bring up problems and tough issues? A lot of people don't feel safe to do that, right? Which
Correct.
can allow that to fester and really create more problems. The next one is, do people within the team or the family accept each other as being different? And there are a lot of different ideas of what being different mean,
Mm.
right? Being different
Yes.
can be your skin color. It can be that you're part of the LGBTQ plus community. It can
Mm.
be that you have different learning styles, that you have different learning abilities, right? So a lot of
Right.
times people talk about being different and they may see things in one way or another. But being different can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, right? So, do you feel accepted, although or despite being different, right? The next one is it safe to take risk? Do you feel safe to take on risk, right? Again, if the answer is no, then you're not experiencing psychological safety. The next is, how difficult is it for you to ask for help?
Mm.
A lot of people feel they need to carry the world on their shoulders because they don't feel they can ask for help, right? But within that safety setting, you feel comfortable asking for help without feeling stupid, right?
Right.
Um, would anyone on the team or in the family act in a way that undermines my efforts? Right? You have a lot of that happening in the workplace or in the home.
Yes,
And the
true.
last, sorry,
That is so true.
yeah, exactly, right? And the last one is, we each come with unique skills and abilities. Are those valued and utilized within the team or within the home? So, if you can ask yourself those questions or ask those questions of your team, and if the
Mhm.
answer to these are, yeah, I feel that way, then you're experiencing psychological safety, which in turn can lead to improved mental health.
Oh, all right.
Mhm,
So, in case um, some questions are answered no, so what can you share some practical strategies for leaders or even
mhm.
individuals to actually enhance those psychological safety within their team?
Yeah, it's so important for leaders to learn communication, right?
Mhm.
There is a
Right.
book, Crucial Communications, right? This, where is it? Anyway, I've got it somewhere here, but
Okay.
that book, Crucial Communication, right?
Uh-huh.
There's also a course to go along with it. I think it's such an important tool for leaders, right? Or again, even within families. So I want to make sure that whenever I'm speaking about within a group setting. So whether that is in a leadership role or within a family role,
Yeah.
right? So being
Right.
able to have crucial conversations in a manner that feels safe is very important. So that is at least one tool that can be used. Communication is key. How you communicate makes a difference in your life and in the life of others.
All right. Tremendous insight. Now we jump to topic number three,
Okay.
which is what are the three strategies for strong mental health? So can you share the first key strategy?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So, self care and self love,
Self
right?
care and self love. All
Yeah,
right.
that is one of the major things that you need in order for you to experience strong mental health, right?
Right.
um I want to talk a bit about as individuals, we're conditioned to put ourselves last. But again, you can't drink from an empty cup. You have to fill up your cup first, let it overflow, and then
True.
you can pour into others. Um, so this is Black History Month, and first of all, shout out to everyone in the Black community who is celebrating Black History Month. Right, such an important month. Within the Black community, we're conditioned to always be strong, to be resilient, to not be vulnerable, to take things on your shoulder and not complain. But again, you have to have that self-love. And what you can do for in terms of self-care is I tend to start with prayers and daily exercise, right? Whether that is within the home or taking a walk outside. I tend to do some stretches and stuff like that to practice positive self-thought, self thought, self-care, self-love. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, very
Yep.
important, so listen up. What other people think about you is none of your business, right?
Exactly.
People are going to say things, it might be hurtful. They're going to talk, they're going to say things, and a lot of times it might be untruths, right? Which can
Right.
really hurt. But that's none of your business. Let them talk, right? um Focus on yourself, keep going, keep pushing. The only time you should be looking back is to see just how far you've come,
Right.
right?
Well said. Well said.
Remember Lot's wife.
All right.
And finally, be true to yourself. Believe in the power of you, right? Be you and believe in the power of you. You
Exactly.
are beautiful. Believe that, right? If people are trying to bring you down, and a friend shared this with me just this week,
Mm-hmm.
if people are trying to bring you down, be proud of it, right? It only confirms that you are above them.
Right.
So those are my three strategies for living a joyful life, because I can tell you, if I did not practice each of these three, I
Mm-hmm.
will be in bed every day because I'm so concerned about what people are saying, what people are doing. But I
All right.
am focused on keeping my eyes on the prize, and that is me.
All right. I think I'm gonna follow some of yours.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes. Okay, we have another viewer on the Facebook user. We can't see who you are, but would you mind mentioning your name so we can show it here? All right. Now he did mention, he or she did mention, you do not have to do as you think others expect you to do.
Agreed.
Correct.
Agreed.
Right. And also to believe in you as I do. All right.
Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that.
All right. What a wonderful conversation. Let me just hide this one.
Hmm.
All right. This is mind blowing what you've shared because you've used it in your life,
Hmm.
and it worked. So like it's really is a wonderful conversation and wonderful advice that you gave us. Um, yeah, it deserves a this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very very helpful, and I did,
Hmm.
yes, one of them I'm gonna follow because I'm also already doing the two of them. I'm gonna follow the other one as well.
Which is that other one that you're gonna follow?
The looking back,
Right.
just to see where I came from.
Excellent. That's the only time you should be looking back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I used to look back and moan. Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday's gone. You can't do anything about
Yeah,
that,
true.
but you can change your today, right? And you can
Exactly.
certainly make changes for tomorrow. So
All right.
we're
Yes.
only
And
looking
Newton.
ahead and up.
All right. And
Newton.
Newton says amazing insight. All right. Now we
Thank you,
do have,
Newton.
okay. Now we do have some questions. A question here, and we would like to put it in our Q&A segment. Let me just do a segment, the title. All right, here we
Mhm.
go. All right, now the question here from Newton. There we go. What are the top three challenges leaders face in the 21st century?
Newton, there's so many challenges that leaders face, but let's take it for example from the pandemic. It's very difficult right now for leaders, and one of those challenges is because teams during the pandemic we all had to start working remotely, and leaders are finding it very challenging to be able to manage their teams from these various settings, right? You're managing a remote team, you're managing teams in person, and it becomes difficult to be able to do that, right? In terms of, I've read recently where like it's difficult to give feedback. Some leaders find it difficult to provide feedback, especially to remote teams, right?
Mhm.
Because it does take some getting used to, right? One of the others is again having that we talked about psychological safety, right?
Right.
Ensuring that your team, that as a leader, that you're practicing psychological safety in leadership, right? So you're leading your team, you want to make sure that your entire team, from your managers, directors, everyone, that they feel all the things that we discussed and described within psychological safety,
Mm-hmm.
right? And again, with all the environmental challenges that is happening, within society, right? How do we ensure that we are paying attention to those things, right? That
Right.
we're ensuring that within our environment, regardless of that environment, that we are focused on that as well, right? So I think for me those are the three top challenges.
All right. Thank you very much for answering
Mhm.
that question, Cheryl. And
Mhm.
this is the first episode that we have the Q&A on the fly. So thank you, Newton, for dropping that question. And for
Mhm.
all who have more questions, just drop it in the comment while we are um, still on air. Okay. And we'll answer that. Or if not, if you're gonna be watching on replay, just drop the question in the comment, and
Mhm.
Cheryl and I will be collaborating and trying to answer those questions as well.
Yeah, I wanted to take this opportunity as well. It's Lunar New Year.
Oh,
So I
yes.
also wanted to wish you and anyone that's celebrating a happy Lunar New Year. So
Yes. Right.
happy New
Happy
Year.
Chinese New Year to everybody. Happy Lunar New Year.
Yep.
Malaysia is big on that one, so we can hear a lot of fireworks right now.
Right.
They
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
are
every year I go to the Lunar New Year celebration as well, which is always so beautiful, so colorful. I especially love the dragon dance.
yes, the dragon dance. That's
Mm-hmm.
the one. We have
Mm-hmm.
yellow, green, and what's that? Red.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And for us with Black History Month, there are so many celebrations because again, you have to know where you came from in order
Correct.
to know where you're going. So Black History Month is really huge for us.
All right. Yes. Okay. Now, speaking of that one, let me just remove the question right now. Okay. And let's go back to this one. All right, Cheryl, thank you for unpacking those insightful strategies and answering those top challenges. I'm sure our audience is eager to put them into practice as well. So now let's shift gears and explore
Mhm.
how our audience can dive deeper into the world of empowerment and leadership with you. So now let's dive into another exciting segment where Cheryl will share more about how you can work with her directly, my Pam Bam, whether it's
Mhm.
coaching, workshops, or speaking engagement. She's here to empower you on your journey to a joyful life. Now, so stick around as we explore the incredible opportunities Cheryl has in store for you.
Mhm.
All right, welcome back. Fantastic Bam Bams. We've just scratched the surface of Cheryl's week, Cheryl's wealth of wisdom. Here are my key takeaways. So, mind and safety connections. We understanding the delicate balance between mental health and psychological safety is very
Mhm.
crucial, and it's the foundation for a thriving professional and personal life. Short as that, and empowered living. All right. Um, the psychological safety. Cheryl emphasized on the transformative impact of psychological safety on mental health. So it's not just a workplace concept, it's also a
Mhm.
life changing mindset, not only
Mhm.
in the workplace, but also in any group settings.
Exactly.
All right. Now, the strategies for psychological safety, these three strategies that Cheryl have shared for a robust mental health aren't just strategies, they're pathways to a joyful and empowered life. Right? I'm doing the two, I will be implementing the third one.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right. Now, um, to my Pam Bam, this is my question to you. What insights resonated with you? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this conversation alive. So remember, these takeaways are just the tip of the iceberg.
Mhm.
It's not it's not just about absorbing the information, but implementing these insights into our lives. And
Exactly.
let's strive to progress, not perfection. There's no such thing as perfect person.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, now let's move forward to the work with the expert segment to discover how you can act on this valuable lesson. So, Cheryl, please
Mhm.
share with our audience on how they can tap into your expertise and work with you. The stage is yours.
Mhm. Okay, well, thanks again, Ritzel, and thanks for this forum. It's always exciting hanging out with you. So in terms of working with me, I offer again leadership and empowerment coaching. I work both one-on-one and in group setting. And in terms of one-on-one, I work with leaders or individuals looking to step into those leadership roles. I also offer life coaching sessions. In terms of groups, I work with various organizations doing things like conflict resolution, employee engagement. I do a lot on mental health and psychological safety in the workplace. And
Yep.
I also offer soft skills training, right? So things like speaking confidently, speaking up, and again, I do speaking engagements. So I am available to speak at Black History Month presentations or panels. I do hosting. So if you're
Mhm.
looking for an event host, I'm here. As well as I do work on special projects. So I have worked with organization on various projects as it relates to either their work environment or to event management, right? And I do have an offer if
It's down
in
there.
this show that I am offering oh, there it is, a 10% discount to anyone who signs up for one of my coaching packages. So again, reach out to me either on Facebook, Share Thunder, or you can send me an email at Cheryl at CLT Virtual Business Solutions. I think it's on the screen. Yes, there it is.
Email.
So yeah, so my contact information is there, and I look forward to hearing from everyone.
All right. And her website is here as well.
Mhm.
All right. Exciting opportunities, Cheryl. And again, thank you, Cheryl. Lewis-Thurab, I'm going to mention the whole name, for making this fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic episode.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ritzel. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Newton, and to everyone else who joined us this morning, as well as to those who may look at it afterwards.
All right. We hope to have you again in the future episode of Talking Business with Ritz.
Always looking forward to it. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Lewis-Thurab. All right. Okay, we have a comment here from Newton. Love to get involved in this cool platform. Right.
Oh, that's sweet. Absolutely, Newton. We can talk about it. I can put you in touch with my dear friend Ritzel.
All right. See you this the next Saturday. We air every Saturday.
Yep.
All right. Okay, now for our fam bam. If you resonate with Cheryl's wisdom and are ready to take the new or the next step toward a more empowered and joyful filled life, be sure to check out the fantastic offerings that Cheryl has for you. And visit her website is running at the bottom
Mhm.
www.cltv cltvirtualbusinesssolutions.com, and make sure to DM her or connect with her in her in YouTube. All right, it's Cheryl Cherish what here we go,
Oh,
Cheryl Stander.
yeah, on Facebook it's just Share Thunder. You know, Facebook gives you these emails, Share is
Yeah, yeah.
Thunder. It's
All
just
right.
Share Thunder. Yeah.
All right, and then she is also available at LinkedIn if you want to
Mhm.
connect with her. That's that. And to take advantage of the offer of the one-on-one coaching, you can use the code RITZ to get a
Mhm.
10% discount. And by emailing her at this email address, Cheryl at cltvirtualbusinesssolutions.com. All right. Remember that.
Yep, I'm also on Instagram, so feel free to connect with me, follow me on Instagram. And
All
it's
right.
I think it's Cheryl Lewis-Thurab Leadership.
All right. So as we wrap up, remember that your mental well-being, my fam bam, matters, and the journey to a more joyful and empowered life begins with small steps.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've enjoyed today's show and found value in Cheryl's insight, do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our future conversations with amazing experts. All right, now
And
remember,
follow Ritzel. Follow Ritzel and Talking Biz with Ritz. Talking
all
Business with
right,
Ritz.
thank you, Cher. All
You're
right,
welcome.
all right. Now let me run your website. All right, there we go. So remember, the knowledge gain is most impactful when applied. All right. So
Yep.
take these insights, apply them to your life. Don't put them in the closet. All right. Let's all
I like
move
that.
towards a more empowered and joyful existence in this planet Earth. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on Talking Business with Ritz. I appreciate each and one of you for being a part of this community. And until then, stay safe, stay empowered, stay inspired, and keep thriving. Wishing you all a fantastic day ahead. This is Ritzel Rectra and Cheryl Lewis-Thurab signing off for the day. Bye bye, everyone. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you.
All right, and let's continue talking business with Ritz. Catch you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.